this works great. What we're gonna have to do is get one of these acrylic mirrors, and we're gonna have to get these mirrors and prop them up somehow so that you can do what I'm doing. But you wanna start with the head with kind of, I'm looking at it from this point of view. I'm holding the pencil like this. I know this is gonna be kind of weird for you guys, most likely, because you're not used to. And just like an egg shape, it's turned. Because I'm thinking of this, the chin, as the tip of the oval, right? And then, let's see, halfway from, and then we want to add hair a little bit to this. It's an oval shape. We want to keep things, this was when I went to Indiana University for grad school, that was a big thing that one of my instructors would always say. Her name was Bonnie Skolarski. She would say, work general to specific. So you want to keep things kind of general. And that's one of the things, that's also one of the reasons why I was having you relate the basic geometry to, shoes and a vase and things like that. Because it kind of simplifies, it breaks the shape down a little bit. So what we do is, you want to have an egg shape that's turned upside down. The tip of the egg shape, or the kind of the smaller part of the oval, is where the chin would be. And then halfway from the top of the egg shape to the bottom is where the bottom of the nose would be, more likely. And then halfway from the bottom of the chin, or maybe a third of the way between the bottom of the nose and from the to the bottom of the chin would be the mouth, more or less, depending on how much space. Different people's spacing of their facial features is different. I'm looking around. It's more or less the same, but you're going to have some. And then we have, and I'm keeping this. This doesn't really look like me right now. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about proportionally where everything's supposed to go on the head. So, and then the head is kind of a 3/4 view. You can see that. And this doesn't obviously look like my nose, but we have to start with something. And in the mouth, we have the top lip is usually smaller a little bit than the bottom lip on most people. And then we have a chin. So we start to break this up into, and I'm looking this way, so I'm putting my pupil and my iris off to the left a little bit. And I'm trying to develop the things that I started with. You want to start with, and you can see that I'm doing this in a very gestural format. This is not contour at all. I'm working very quickly. I'm trying to just this doesn't really look like me yet still. I'm still trying to get the placement of things right now. I don't want to, the top of the ear lines up with the eyebrow usually. And then the bottom of the ear usually lines up with the bottom of the nose. So if you go like that, more or less. And then we have, you want to think of the head as, and this, I can tell some things are off already. I'm just keep looking. You're constantly looking over. Yeah, my chin looks a little bit too big, but plus this mask is making everything looks kind of grayed out. It's really weird to have this on and drawing. I might as well put this in. What the heck? And then I got my glasses that are, I can add those in since I'm, chin I realize is a little bit too big, so I need to bring that up slightly. You're going to have to make slight adjustments. You don't have to, I try to draw light enough that I don't have to do too much erasing, because That's what gesture drawing is supposed to be. Like I erased a little bit there just to have a little bit of clarity as to, for you guys. So you guys can see what I'm doing. It still doesn't look right. And then we have to start kind of hatching in. I want you to still stick with cross hatching eventually. We don't want to do any of that until we really make sure we get our scale and proportion correct. I mean, you can start to kind of get an idea of where the shadows are and where the highlights are, but we really want to stick with getting scale and proportion somewhat correct before we get too crazy with that. And then we want to start darkening it a little bit. I mean, I don't want to get too crazy with that I keep looking up and seeing if the spacing between things seems okay or not. Still doesn't look like me really, but it's going to take time. And when you start to put in the shadows, the face will emerge even more, but we still want to make sure that we get our scale and proportion correct of all the location of all the shapes. We want to put in the eyelids. We've got I haven't drawn my face in ages. This is weird. I need to add a little more to the top. And then we have this ugly face shield we put in. What the heck? Why not? Yeah, right. Well, it's a necessity for now. Okay, and then I'm trying to get the three-dimensional quality. There's like a piece of foam that, thank God that's there, because my head would feel like it helps keep it not to be such a pain. So I don't know, I'm just darkening. Still my face is in a good bit of shadow. Kind of start bringing in the glasses a little bit more. So if you can get this far with it, then the chin, the neck is over here. Then the shoulder goes into the neck. You don't do what I call lollipop syndrome. It looks like there's like a head with a neck and then the shoulders down here. That's bad. You want to have the shoulders kind of going into the middle of the neck rather than, you see what I'm saying? The neck goes below the shoulders. It's not on top of it. The reason why I say that is because so many people that haven't drawn the figure much will just assume that you have a neck and then the shoulder goes right there. Well, it's up here more or less, usually overlaps it. So we're trying to put this, and then I'm thinking of the neck as kind of a cylinder shape to kind of keep the three-dimensional quality. And then we can work on the upper torso. We've got the collar. Okay, I think we're done. I mean, I don't want to shoulder, arm is over here. Look how quickly I'm drawing. I'm not drawing I'm not going like this. I'm drawing real fast. I'm just kind of looking. You're really staring at what you're observing, what it is you're doing. It's not like you're just, making this stuff up. You're really observing what it is. Then we got the buttons, button, collar, and then collar. So I'm just kind of, and then we start to, we can start to darken this a little bit once we, I got to work on the inside of the ear there. I haven't really got into that. So now we start to play around with value a little bit, dark to light. I haven't done this many demos in forever. Do the demos help you guys a little bit? I hope. Yay, nay. And then, yeah, we gotta add because I start to darken these a little bit. Yeah, that looked weird. I got my buddy Hallie glasses on today. You guys don't even know who that is. You guys know who Buddy Holly is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She's like, yes. Wow. And I realize I need to move the eye over a little bit more based on, that's why I don't want to set things in stone. I just messed up. I need to move the eye a little bit over more to the left. Or I need to bring my glasses in a little bit of both. Because I'll look at my iris and pupil are lined up with the edge of the frame here. So I've got to move that around. This eye is too small, needs to get, and these need to line up on a curve. You're thinking about like the planes of the face, you've got the head, you got the forehead, the side, you got cheekbone. You know, if you're breaking up the face into kind of planes, you have something more or less like this. Bridge of the nose, side of the nose. I'm just kind of breaking this up real quickly. I mean, just as far, the reason why I'm doing that is for the sake of shadows. Like, looking right here and the shadows are more predominant. This actually should be another plane right here. I just broke my head up into like a geometry thing. Trying to make you think less flat and more three-dimensional. That's the reason why we think of the planes. See how I broke the head up into a series of planes? I don't even think I did that in the painting class. I may have. I don't know. But you want to think about the planes of the face. I kind of loosely, I mean, I don't know if this is exactly perfect, you know, but basically we have cheekbone, the side, below. The forehead has a bunch of different planes that I'm kind of dealing with. I don't know. Maybe the head needs to come up a little bit higher, slightly. It's pushing the hair back. And then we start just messing around value, and then back here, I can start to, I'm looking at where the door is lining up with my head, so I'll just very lightly draw that in. Remember, vertical edges line up with the vertical edges of your page. I've said that like a zillion times, right? Handle, door handle, where is that? That's, oh, whoa, door needs to come over here. Handle's over there, so I had to, now you know why I do so much gesture drawing, because I was way off. I need to move the door way over. That's the back edge of the door right there. And then the handle's over here. Looking in the mirror, to where the spacing, looking at the spacing. We talked a little bit about measuring. I need to put that video up on for you guys as well, the online folks. I could talk about measuring again today. But we, let's see. And so what I'm doing is I'm just suggesting the background. And then this you want to make much more, the edges, let me get clearer and clearer on the figure in the foreground. And then we suggest things back here. So just like a photograph, you know, blurry in the background. Are they going to have a class now? Okay, we're good. Thank you, guys.